I started practicing yoga a number of years ago as an attempt to heal from a chronic condition. I soon realized the healing powers of the practice, and I continued with it regularly. It became a daily routine, and it's quickly changed my life. Once I realized how powerful it was really important for me to start teaching and passing this on to other people. So I've been teaching for a number of years, and there's no greater joy to me than watching other people heal on their own and transform on their own. And breathe. Pick your left leg up, breathe in. Breathe out. To me, as a teacher, and what's important for me to pass on to others is self-acceptance. We don't come to the mat to perfect, but rather to just be okay with where we're at while we're there. And when we can do that, when we can just be okay with where we're at while we're there, there's a great sense of freedom that starts to occur, not just into the body, but the mind and the spirit as well. Yoga translates to a union between the mind, the body, and the spirit. If we put that together in vinyasa flow form, we create Shakti, we create greater states of consciousness, deeper states of awareness that we're then free to live with. After teaching for a number of years, I realized it was time to go off on my own and open my own studio, Shakti Yoga. Shakti translates to energetic force toward consciousness. I like to think that everything we do in the space at Shakti is a transformation toward deeper states of consciousness and awareness that we then can take out into the community and share with others. A few years ago, I realized the studio was ready for an expansion, so I started to seek out buildings to purchase, and I was fortunate enough to find this beautiful temple. We now have 3,000 square feet of expanded space for us to move through. Now that we're here on Grant Street in the west side of Buffalo, I feel that we're able to reach the greater community as we all attempt to revitalize the neighborhood. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One of the greatest gifts for me is to watch the transformation of a student. Typically, they'll come into the studio either fatigued or most typically very stressed out. After the mat practice, I see them leaving with a lighter state of being, calmer, more open, more relaxed, more comfortable with themselves. I also notice they have a greater connection to other human beings, whether they're speaking or just making greater eye contact.
It's a lot of fun practicing at Shakti. I love Michelle's classes. She has a real sense of flow to the practice, so there aren't points where you're starting to, think about that you're actually exercising your body.
We both have 2 young kids at home, so trying to juggle one on each arm, coming here and the flexibility that you get from it and the strength that you get from it.
Absolutely the strength. I've never felt in better shape.
You have said that to me a couple of times.
Michelle will often say is, there's nowhere you have to be, there's nothing you have to do, there's nothing you have to achieve. Just to be in the moment and to be in your breath, and it's incredibly liberating.
But I came to yoga earlier for pain relief. I suffer from fibromyalgia, and in the beginning I couldn't do a lot, but yoga has definitely in the beginning been part of chronic pain relief, And now that I don't really suffer from it any longer, it has, I don't know, really improved my abilities as an athlete. And I don't think I would have ever called myself an athlete in the first place.
She relates what we do here in the yoga studio on our yoga mats to what we do in our everyday lives outside of here. And just to give an example of that, relating or having us think and reflect on emotions that we experience on the mat. It's a formula that really works.
There's really a wonderful sense of community, and there's also a sense of family, kind of a spiritual home for me.
Michelle really makes an attempt to make it accessible to people. I think there's this idea that yoga is this like elitist form of exercise that you can only practice if you have money. And there's a lot of work trades here available, so people like myself who come in and contribute time and energy to the space and get a lot of healing benefits in return. The karma of yoga, that aspect of it, it makes it come to fruition here.